Hi everyone, this is Boris. Welcome to another episode of Sketchman Draws. Um, they're drilling something in the background, so I'm sorry if you hear the background noise. So I'll just speak as loud as possible, and I hope my voice is clear. So I just want to basically continue the tutorial. Okay, so we got our paper. Let me grab my material. Okay, you got pencil, eraser. Okay, so just to review, so I was talking about cartoon anatomy, which means like how to simplify the anatomy so that you can create your own characters. So we talked about the head. So for the moment we're represented with the oval, and then the neck is basically like a rectangle, basically, and then you could have, I don't know if you remember, like we started with stick figures and then we built around that structure. So this is a simplified representation of a skeleton. So, let me bring the camera down a little bit. Okay, here you go. So that's the overall like anatomy drawn in a simpler way using stick figures, and then we can build around it as sort of a shell that would represent our character. Okay, so just to as a way to refresh and review what I have been covering so far. Okay, so now what I'm doing now is I'm going into detail about each body part, right? So we did the head. You can check out those videos in my YouTube channel, in the channel. So I talked about the neck, torso, and arms last time. So this time I'm going to talk about the lower body. I'm going to talk about pelvis and the legs. Okay. So, and then the hands and the feet, I'll leave them for another video because I think they're much more complicated. So let's start with the pelvis area. So since we are still in the realm of the 2D shapes, right? We're not into forms yet. And by the way, so what is the difference between shape and form? It's like the shape is basically, for example, this is a shape, okay? And then this is a form. You see that? So it's basically it's basically shape plus depth, right? So this is shape, this is form, and form is basically shape plus depth. Okay. So for the moment we are here. Okay, we will go to. I will teach you how to like draw 3D objects afterwards. So for the moment we are simplifying into shapes, not 3D objects. So let me erase that. Okay. Now let's talk about the pelvis area. So the pelvis area is very simple. So it's basically like a underwear. You can draw underwear, right? Okay. let me do it again. So in this way, like the character is standing and looking straight at you, right? Okay, if we are to a little bit turn, okay, I'll just. We are getting into form, so I think for the moment, okay, let's do this. To simplify, we can do like this, okay? Yeah, let's go with this shape. Like a house, but upside down, right? You see that? So yeah, like a house, but upside down, okay? So once we have that, so I already started doing the legs here. So if you remember, for the arm, again, I apologize for the background noise. For the arm, we did, so we did, if you look at here, 1, 2, this is the shoulder area, the elbow, and the wrist. But here, we're going to have like the upper bone. I don't know how is it the femur? I think. Okay. Anyway, we don't want to get into the difficult anatomical terms. So this is the upper area, and then we have the knee, and then the calf area, and then the ankle. Okay. So it's going to be very simple. We're going to down like this. Okay. So here we'll have a knee. Okay. If I have to draw the full leg, it'll be something like this. Okay. So again, we're still in the simplified realm, right? So if I draw those stick figures here, then there you go. Okay. Let me do it one more time. So these two parts are, I would say for the moment, so we're not in the proportion. So for the moment, these two, just keep them in the same size, almost. So the knee area is here. Again, we are just building a model, okay? Okay. For the moment, we are building a model. So, and then the details we'll sculpt them. So I'll show you how like you have to think like a sculptor in the future video. Okay. So so that's the pelvis area and the legs. So now just to come back to this one, if he's standing like this, so which means that if you separate this shape into two, this area will be farther from us, right? And this area will be closer to us. So as you can see, that's why this area is smaller than this one. Okay. So if you take a rectangle, okay, and then if you turn it a little bit, like you can try it with your, like for example, this um, sketchbook, right? Or wait, let me take like a card or something. Okay. This is a this is a hard disk. So it's like a rectangle, right? So if you look at it like this, it looks like a rectangle. But if you turn it like this, So as you can see, like this area gets smaller here, right? But if you look at it, they are the same size, but because they are farther away from us, this part will become smaller. And that's how you create the effect of perspective. And you don't need to know how to draw 3D shapes yet. You can do that with these or 3D forms. You can do these with these shapes. So let's draw, because in most animated like cartoons, you'll see the characters, they're almost standing in this what we call three-quarter view. Um, so which means the knee is here. Okay. And actually, we're already a little bit into the 3D realm already. So anyway, so just try to practice this, and I'll come back at you with more tutorials, and then we'll talk about the hands and feet. And of course, based on the one of my viewers' request, I will do Asterix as my next cartoon character. Okay. So until next time, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And this is Boris for Sketchman Draws, signing off.